Nemole nebyo ebyogamba nti ndi muzzukulu wa Mugema nsooka wa
mukulu w'ekika yateekwa okusooka kuba wakitiibwa nnyo okusinga kitaawo n'ennyoko omukulu w'ekika mw'ova n'ennyoko yali agenda okufera yasooka kubuuza agenda mu kika kinamanya agenda mu kika ky'abankima singa kyali kika kyateyambise.
Maisekeni bakyala bange ababonyeebonye mu myaka 10 gye tubadde jobless.
So o celebrating mama wo yasooka ne bakyala bo naye Tamale
ne badota bange
tayinza gantu nti bawonye eno suuti gy'oyambadde leero ya $8,000,000. How do you so bonyeebonye nga you address like that?
Osanga omusajja yine emmotoka 10 ng'ayina emu gwoga nti emugagga. Our family has suffered for the last 10 years. We have remained jobless and economic embargo was imposed on us for just 2 reasons. One, they only know 2 people. They believed that by suffocating me, they will access my recordings. Nobody will access those recordings.
Mirundi.
Never.
Omuntu kusakuta kikyotannalya ku nsi ekikuyombya. Look at these suits you are putting on. Suit yo ne yange bifaanagana.
Goba wali naked nzisali naked. Nze from childhood mbaddewo. Gwe singa gwe subject nzeeko embako buli kamu konna. Museveni gave me money, they grabbed it. A Canadian investor recently gave me money, they grabbed it. A rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb.
Not they gave you and somebody grabbed. Some of us have not been in
the government here. Peanut. Peanut.
Or in Empiso Kumukono.
No government peanut. A rich Mirundi is a nuclear bomb. This man must go home.
Sagalo family rose become because of Limurad. Or in Empiso Kumukono. Jarobere. Attende unya. Wafunye oti Empisongo busajja bote bukoze. Umijoga busajja.
We babi aula. Olita doko. Lino sidogera mu abasawe babagwibe babira edogo ndiawula munomo gundi. Yes.
So no malaria.
Once unlike you, because I have medical doctors, I have a clinic in my home. But when doctors are not allowed to treat their relatives, that's why I went to a clinic and they found nothing. It is a fatigue and those are the wound.
Quarreling.
Fatigue
and quarreling.
Fatigue. Kutujuga. Ugenda nozukuka ekintu gadikati bano banjukira ki
nkuzuka kuloza kwebi emyaka 10 ngoloza bimu
niyo jozi buno babujjawa okujuka buli muntu
Mirundi oli mulwadde omukono guli become
for me I'm not like you. My family is a priority.
No tosima busimi Tamale omuntu yali munnamawulire ku street ng'otunda mawulire otukukwagala suuti $1,000,000 no family yangu ojimanyi omanye ebintu byenagenda nabyo ate oba ne Betikame namwereza message. I have nothing to declare. How can you tell a person who has been fasting that he has stolen your toilet paper for what? I've been suffocated for 10 years. Bangobe. I
have nothing to declare. I have nothing to declare.
Why are you?
Because I've been undergoing torture and an economic embargo for 10 years.
But you have been receiving a salary of 1.7 million per month from the presidential advisor office.
1.7 yekola.
Declare kyoguze
mwezi. But ziyabuli. Zikola kigwezimbalire zikola kimu mwezi.
So you have told the idea that you have nothing to declare.
I have nothing to declare. Let her go ahead. I have nothing to declare. We shall battle it in the court. Until we challenge it, we will again in court. Mulage how these people have suffocated me for the last 10 years.
Have you written that about you?
I have written
to her.
Yes.
Saying I have nothing to declare.
I have nothing to declare.
A senior presidential advisor. Toina mayumba toina.
Nabitunda byonna ne biggwawo. Kati tugende ku mbeeni Yesu.
So you have celebrated your mother and the women in your life for having suffered with you.
Kadota kange ateke kasinzo kusomera mu mbeera embi kafuna first class become naye oyo one of us.
Oh, you know when you have first class become.
He is only proving that he is my daughter.
He is your daughter, yes.
That
Buongo is your daughter. First class.
Ewafe DNA ebusiru. Ne bw'obati wasoma wakiri ofera ku bantu. Naye ng'ofera mu nfera ya kigezi. Ni manyo yo wangu.
bw'oba tewasoma
efera era oyina enfera gy'oferamu yo nga yanjawulo nimanya eyo brain yange.
So don't you think bw'ogaana okudeclaringa you are failing the fight against corruption? Because you'll be exemplary by declaring what you have. Oba tomanyi toyinza kunyola gye wabijja.
Kuki?
Yes.
Sirina. Oyo dota wange yali baasooka ne bamuwa ekikoosi ekibi n'enkigaana ne mbawandikira ne mbaga nti is an insult to our family. Ebyo ffe tetubisoma.
Koosi ki eyo?
Ne mutwala webasasula. Naye mukulu wange hadi tukiria sente milioni obu nga zimbuze. So this man must go home to his home on the road. Bwe bajjako program eno bwe bajjako you will never access those recordings even in a meeting presided over by God. Temuzikwatako.
That's extreme.
Yes, tebajja kuzikwatako.
A meeting presided over by God.
Even in a meeting presided over by God, they will never access them. And they are now scattered.
Maybe because you were sure they are not authentic.
They are not authentic.
They are not authentic. If they were authentic, why do you fear to reveal them?
You were wasting our time. Introduction. Maybe you were seeking for a job. When you studied Machiavelli wrote about the priest praising a priest. Why? Had been sacked from an earlier Italian government. So by writing about this book, he thought that he would attract the attention of those in the government to get a job.
I've already applied for a job in formal government. I've applied for the job of Prime Minister and I'm delivering my letter to set out. The big story ne Tamale Mirundi. Tamale Mirundi oyogera naye kubulya bunaku 3 ogera kumpita Prime Minister and you look for me and say kati muganda wange
I wish you well.
Very good. That's the best I expect from you. Wish me well. I've made a public application.
Nange nakuweerezanga jambo.
You come to office. Ne tulabe tuzimba.
Nze nno ndi muleebeesi.
Government. What is perennial in the office of the Prime Minister? Anti enguzi tegwamu year after year.
No.
Prime Minister after Prime Minister.
You see, it is not the office of the Prime Minister. In fact, the Prime Minister is the center of relief. I don't know why the President did that. You cannot tell a drunkard to protect the store where they are keeping beers for the wedding. Yasoko okutamira. Omutamivu takuma pala yamwe.
Mutamivu kigo bateekawo kuma bbala.
Yandike kupulira.
Yakuma mwenge kwemba nga mutamivu.
Tikisoboka. Kubanga you look at them. When you analyze, in fact, the problem is you kill the political science. This is where I can come in and help you. You discuss the symptoms. The main issue is that when you turn to the president to mulondere mu parliament, then the battle will start by MPs.
Who comes to parliament?
Bodira, president, prime minister, no for executive prime minister, and they create a ceremonial president. The battle will shift to where?
Prime Minister.
Nze wentegera omwana wange nti mugezi bw'omuggyako essimu entuufu n'omuwa ekifo ekikanyuka ategeera lwaki kino tebakinzigyako.
Abamugezi.
Yes.
That's enough.
Kakati mwe you are lacking two things. Museveni tebasobola mujjako insurgency yagikuba n'agijjawo. Museveni tewali muserikali wa Uganda who can contemplate a coup. Naye Museveni yagibwawo.
Gyebali tebayinza kwogera. Tebasobola kwogera badde gyebali.
First of all, our soldiers are educated. Bakimanyi nti ne bw'ojjako gavumenti, the people can pound the street. Mwa Ivory Coast gate bagimusuuza. To the sanctions. Such generals cannot contemplate a coup. Tekisoboka. They even respect Museveni. Kati Museveni oyina musumagiza busumagiza. Kumusumagiza.
Nnyonnyola.
Yes. Nti the Waganda have a proverb. Ekinatta amakati kyeramba lujja. Okweramba means coming through the main door, the main gate. Buli Muganda yenna era bw'ogula ennyumba y'Omuganda gimenyewo babeeramu n'amaloko gaabwe. Main gate wano we wabeera eddogo eritakkiriza bintu bibi kuyitawo. Kakati Omuganda akugamba nti ekinatta amakati kiyita mu main gate because the main gate is guarded kiyitawa manju. This is the strategy. These people want to overthrow Museveni.
Long overdue.
Whether he realizes it or he does not it, this is a coup. But in Africa, people believe the coups are staged by the military and a revolution by powering people. Tebamenya ko kyetuyita surgical operation.
How say they want to overthrow him when you have just said no soldier contemplates that?
Surgical operation twakijja mu lusawo. Nti today abasawo mugundi modern gondi medicine oba medical doctors tebakyayinza kusanyalaza kalifomu wenna. Bafuna particular part ne bagisanyalaza.
No sigalange bilalo.
You can read your newspapers when some
operation is going on.
Yes. Kakati ekyo mwitwakijja mu lusawo. Nti surgical etambulira ku bintu bibiri. You heap everything on the president. It moves to be a government to a regime. Ekyabantu bakitegeera. A government, a regime and a junta. People don't understand.
Let's start from what is the government now?
A government erondeddwa abantu.
Ngeya Museveni.
Nge ozeni manifesto ne bakolonda. A regime ebesigadde ku kakundi. I mean is the regime. Then it's not a government. The others are exonerated. Waliwo ka group akakapachalinga power. That's the regime.
So we in a government and a regime.
Timuchirokane bichifuula regime. Nemu heaping everything on the president. It helps in two ways. A junta is a government shared by the civilians and the military. That's a junta.
When the best calls this one a junta?
Anti-junta.
Ajita junta.
Junta is a government. Nayaba jasanti, but it represented. Kubanga, this is symbolic. The civilian wing and the military wing.
So where are we under Museveni?
Junta, government. Museveni abalamuzi yabalonda. Museveni alemeddwa as if he is the only person key player in the government.
No, but he is.
Ate
boba go balonda.
Kati ate bano baki. Lwakite bavaamu. Does Museveni appoint judges or they are recommended by the judicial service?
No, he appoints. They are recommended, but he appoints.
Ekireta kisaaki ekiriki. Kakati ekyongo kikubuulira. Nti ekyokubiri tuyina ekigambo kita penase ya mu politics. Penase yakitegeeza ti abantu mubateekamu endowooza ti ono bw'avaawo ensi etereera enaseya.
Kituufu.
Yes.
We exactly there.
Kakati kyova olaba nti ennaku zino tebakyakuba kampeyini y'amaanyi tuleeta slogans. People power.
Our power. Kadde mtu.
Ani atajagala.
Yogeddeko kimu tekiwedde eyo.
Kenya bakugamba kila kintu kinawezekana kwa Kenya bila Moi. Olonga Moi agenda yekka. Even former ministers, former vice presidents joined the opposition and they were welcomed and clapped for.
Saying all is possible,
yes,
without Moi.
Yes. Okay. Shuruda, a Germany bamukuba batya. All of the three women can't be wrong. Yawase Mirundi age. Ate Makeri bakimulizya n'akikuba. Yaganze ndi mukazi mulungi naye yafumbirwa esatu. Naye Shuruda ekyamukuba. Bush, they came together, they should go together. Ali go and Clinton. Katukolesa bukozesa slogan. Tetukyedda mu manifesto. Kase kikwatayo. Kasala. Chiwedde.
Mpulira muli kutova ku main ne standby generator kigenda kukola kitya. Tova ku main yakutova ku main.
Ekyo standby generator nzena kireeta. Naye saakifuna bajja kufuna yaba kibba. Kuba saakifunako patent. But
you can still get a patent.
Kakati bano kye baliko nti bw'otulya system ya Uganda. After heaping everything on Museveni,
but who is heaping? I think it is himself. It is Museveni who has shown everybody that everything rotates around him. Tewali a heaping a mirundi. Tewali a heaping. Let's agree first.
Ate parliament yekola ki? Ate court zikola ki?
Yalaga nti buli kimu ye. Parliament cannot work without him.
Anti-way defeating. Kati bajja nakudawutinga biwasoso okwogera baga omusajja oba abadde mutamiivu oba yasuze ku kyo baliwo eyamutumye kubanga kati omwana ataakoze ebigezo afuna daasi naye ate omwana yakoze ebigezo afuna 0 kubanga baba maaki nga ye yakoze kakati gwe batandise okumakinga ku by'oyogedde ali ne byogera kati. Is the money stable? Museveni cannot govern this government alone. It's a shared government. Naye nkugamba nti Abajudaaya bakwata endiga ne bagireeta ne bagitta ne bagyokya buli omu n'agiwandulako ebibi byonna ne bagyokya negenda n'ebibi. This is what they do in Africa. Nti mwe mudire buli kintu kyonna mukijje kwani. Lukwate Paulo Muwanga and Okero Lutwa Muwanga yali abyobululu bwa Semwogerere. But when Paulo Muwanga toppled Obote, Semwogerere came to work. Mayanja Nkanje came to work.
Gwe kikusumbwa Mirundi omulimu oyagala ojje Museveni mu kintu kino noza nti government nzibi except Museveni bwe tuta nti family yabo gwogambye omwana we yafuna first class because family ya Mwengezi sugamba family yabo ngezi omwana wa Miru yafunye first class. So you cannot get Museveni out of this. He is part of the
he is part but he is not alone.
That's it.
Oliwe kawano
oyagala kumujja
oliwe kana bano babalaba
tebabalaba
era nabagani namwe mubogerengako nti gwe tukoze naye ye gundi negundi
bamala ne bagazi wanyu boganti nkoze ne Shafiki agazi wanyu
mwagala baraka newspapers have bylines. Kakati nkugamba nti abasajja bano bastadinga gundi ya Uganda ne bagitegeera. One, the practice of universality has undermined Museveni.
Koma ku universality tufune break
tekoliitingawo jealousness to protect the system.
What do you mean by universality?
Municipality for all.
Buli kimu kya buli omu.
Education for all.
UPE.
USCE. If those in power share the same privileges like those outside the power, where will this urge for power or retention of power come from? Kiyamba Museveni ng'omuntu. Instead of agitating it to get to power, the opposition is comfortable with what it has. Okay, the opposition gets satisfied. They cannot agitate. They cannot power people on the street because they are also beneficiaries. Bubweni mugagga nnyo ayagala galazi zibeerewo. Ekitegeeza gwe bw'omukolera abuuza kino jinza kifuna mu gavumenti endala. I'm comfortable here. Tasobola ku agitating. But it undermines, it affects adverse, it affects abantu bo. Kuba political power means what? Enjoying.
That's what it means.
Privileges. Osanga nagenda yete yakubidwe mizinga naye namaganda yakubirwe mizinga.
Lwaki mwakubidde nagenda? Ati kyemale muzana. Lwaki mwakubidde na? Mwamuzisenga muntu ogwe muti mwamuyisiza.
Nagenda mwamuzisenga mbwa.
John nagenda
yabakolera ebintu bingi nnyo. Kakati ekyo kitegeeza nti you fear, you satisfy the opposition iremekola kabi, but your people kakati nganze bwe
ngane kawanga semwogere
yagana nogana
bajumukura bamukubira emizanga tabyagala
nagenda ati semwogere batafiridde ko bwe rwagwanga ye mukuru yali mu government atafiridde tebali okabaleta tenti zaawo nebaleta obukyede bwa abantu kati biru egenda ku ewafe bajjaba kubirayo temuli nyangayo I come from a tough family. Kakati universality is one important.
Gwanyaga nti omufuja atubulire ekyokola temuli nyangayo tutya omukyere baleta go omutyere baleta bali bakubazi abakungu azoli bagana okulya
nagano kuntwala mu kyaki ayagala okusoma Jason sivumirwa bino simanyi kuuma akalambuko atalabanga na kupapa atamukwatanga mu ngalo twabibi abuse in churches. My body must remain there. I have 4 homes. Buli womba ja kuhabizaawo olumbe batekawo omusika waawo
bibichevi in every home bateka okwabizaawo olumbe n'omusika owaawo
kakati omukyala atayina mwana mulenzi yayina amakaage
si buwango babagaawe
nga naye wowe kati wabeerewo
omukulu w'ekikatayinza kujjamu ebyo
wabeerewo amakaage ani amwagala amakaage ogwasaba kukunafu bamulonda buli myaka 5 abaana bonna bw'aba atunze ebintu n'afuluma ne bayingiza mu nsaba kukunafu omulala
bajja kulona buli myaka 5
waliwo amawuli agatakkirizibwa kuwandiika ku lumbe lwange ababadde banvuma ababadde bavuma nagenda abamu tebawandikanga nagenda nga bamusinisizamu kati kalina ki baleega ntwe baagala omukola mu ssente such a people not be allowed to exploit my body. Kakati nkugamba ekizibu ekirala Museveni kye yakola
ekyanagenda kifaanana ekyo kwana tebali kukolera mizinga oli president advisor toyagala
olaba yafunyeeyo gundi nagenda yabakolera ebintu bibiri but I don't want to be diverted nagenda agenze n'omudaali yes yakwisiddako edda kati Museveni najja akolera ekintu ti money is in parliament kuba sources za money ziri bbiri parliament nakano ka group akaziina era I always say ti gwakolera Museveni alina ba volunteers ne ba workers mu government ya Museveni mubali ba volunteers ne ba workers I know ministers who don't get fuel nenga junior walina
no that's not
I
true.
know
That's
I
not
know
true.
bwotaba mu ka group kali tufuna
every minister is a tate Museveni yagaba amafuta PS yagagaba era kuwa you can't be minister without fuel
ati ali mpadde sente zibazigula abinga he must be a poor man. Come on his knees me to come on my knees have you started my family kakati nkubulya nenkugamba nti olwokuba sente ziri mu parliament what these politicians want they have realized popularize and consolidate yourself in a constituency still whatever is supposed to be given to the population because
why do you say still get you can get why should you say when you can get
kiki batabye nkubulidde ti Museveni bagala musuula nti bakizuula how do you have to leave Museveni
ate bobo osula Museveni obama batige ngati
ate kankubulire anti kyekyo kyenyiri kyekunyonyola ti Museveni this person ataina constituency Kalamojja Museveni wants to satisfy the Kalamajongo to get their vote this person does not face a national election ye constituency ebwaji wamabaati ye wayitira he will be an MP without Museveni
true he will
yes he doesn't want Museveni's regime what he wants is to consolidate because the money is in the parliament what's the difference in terms of salaries and financial benefits between that divide an MP and a minister
almost the exception may be well for
kakati their role now is to consolidate themselves in their constituencies because they don't like their party no anti kubulya party tebavuddewa bava mu bulanchi
bakolera party yaabwe ne bagikwata flag you cannot say that
nabagambye muwanga nti this
nsaba ntya flag yefulisinga sijagala
amabati kankakubuulire do you know that mu newspapers ekibokedde bakulaga parish managers koze bano baganyiddwa mu parish yonna gyeziri oli akunyula sente za parish managers mu constituency to consolidate his constituency ate olwokuba balina gurupu yaabwe nga etikasa kulosi waliwo abopposition abafuna amabaati
singa babogera dda
amanya agamu gavaamu kakati kankubulira they are workers and volunteers let me tell you somebody who is supposed to speak for the party yafunye amabaati ofuna opondo ngaayogerera ki wabula if this government follows violently basoka kuba nyumba ya ofuna ono omukazi nabbanja abadde tafuma abantu eyofono yeggwawo
tugenda na bbiri
genda ku mukolo kwatyewo ettaayi
gavumenti bwekyuka
they attacked my man what happened
naye obakolera bw'obakolera tolina kyofiirwa you work for them tolina kyofiirwa you are with them oli nabo okola nabo
tebakuwa kuba tobironginga mu kagurupu kali this is not a party this is not a government they are volunteers in fact I compare omuntu ali mu government ya Museveni nga tali mu kagroup kabbi alinga is comparable to a boy who does not have money proper who works in a lodge his role is washing couples inside the room and do their things they can even arrogantly tell him bring us an additional packet of condoms these ones have been finished ali mu government ya Museveni yagwa mu kikocha bawufona abagwa mu kikocha nange mu bali bagala okunteeka mu ba volunteers you don't have money but people believe you have
I don't understand volunteering. Ofono Opondo has a salary, he has vehicles, he has state protection, he has an office, he has a job. Is that volunteering? Is that volunteering?
Convert them in finance. Nabana abadi said, did he get a single iron sheet or a nail? Did you Ofono Opondo get a nail? Ajago get it on a Josie, Abeba Jakala, Babo get it. This is their problem. There have been many attempts to overthrow Museveni. How can a paymaster of soldiers steal money as abasirikale abali Congo byakutaga nabula?
No lwalero.
It was not a mistake. It was a coup.
Yabula nakawumbi.
In Sierra Leone.
No lwalero byakutaga talabika.
In Sierra Leone, the former president Joseph Mamo, General Joseph Mamo, failed to give soldiers their salaries at the front line. They sat down with the rebels. Do you have a house in Bamako? No. Why should these people stay in Bamako and enjoy? They combined all young Captain Valentino Stresser. Yajanabo, Wamiaka Mukanga. Now one government general Naduka. This was a coup. That's why Museveni, being an expert on military affairs, Yabasasuru Musara Guabwe. Naba wane nyonyi yaleta bukazi bwabwe Bukongo babuliruddawa. Ne bagenda mu delegates conference ya Museveni ngamba ba secretary general. Sente ku simu nga teziriko. Can you deny delegates money? What if they remove the chairman? All of these attempts to remove the president, but the intelligence is trained to follow up guns. Used to take money. It's Chinese to use. What about in northern Uganda? Konya was gaining until the president realized they are scattered. Who was eating?
If the state operates on your conspiracy theories, government would be out already. Because you see mafia in everything. Webali, whatever mafia, school fees,
how to overthrow government,
mafia, mafia. You cannot see it can't be mafia everywhere.
Kakati school fees cap abana bochama somero byakola. Naye ate nga president yalirizinga 280 billion to alleviate schools ku masomero aga COVID. They list the names of those schools. President n'agamba buli nyumba efune radio ne TV abana basomereko 19 billion bamutwala mu factory ya battery bu radio busatu. Can you make a president lie? Uyayagala kintu nabaga nti you people tewali musajja musiraamu ayagala busiraamu asobola kubba musaalo n'agubba mu muzikiti oba ogundi omuzindaalo kwe kuyita abakkiriza bw'olaba bagubbi musajja najjabba omuzindaalo nabbamu omusaalo cannot be a good Muslim because omuzindaalo gwe baagala. Toyinza ga nti there is a pastor kati ndaba bujingo bamuli bubi stupidity kana kusajja nesinga mu bunkwasa bakwasa omutwe.
In this case, who are you saying? Who is stupid in this case?
Obusajja obwo kubanga ali pastor gadi abwa sente ate mu mondizali obusebbo wabwani
yabujingo byakola biri bicha kubanga tonnavuma bamuje byakola.
What has he done? Abana be bakuze batandise okuliola zinga kyemisekizo nyabo.
Yagambye nti nga sikakidwa bujingo abana tebanetondera bujingo yetonda yategedde ebizibu
bategedde gundi yaabwe ne pastor God kandi mukubaka tambya ajja kudduka ye muyina kakati kandi mukubane nkateka kugundi
gadi
andi wano nze mbulina nze kabaka wa fitina ate bano ekibazirisa twist kiki dalungulingi 2 billion mumaze okubezanga Museveni teyampateko bali balowooza ndi mwavu. Baganda bamanyi omwavu atali amasavu. A very arrogant man. I compensate everything with my arrogance. And a very, very brave man. Kakati nkubulira negamba teri pastor abba sente za kwaya. Tewayinza kujja wano omubbi wano nabba kamera ezo. Oyitaba mubbi abayasabutuwa. So toyinza kugamba nti gwe odidde sente za Museveni. Why does Museveni help the Kalamajongo? Does Museveni have a farm in Kalamajongo?
Who are the workers in Museveni's government? You said they are workers and volunteers. Let's go back. Who are the workers?
Abafuna ka group ke kamu. Toyinza kugamba nti uyinza okubbako abakalamujje mundu. Kubazira bagamba ti first lady unlike you. First lady helped a lot to disarm the Kalamajongo that had defeated every government by entering the Yamanyata.
But now you get on again njagala mulimu nengo omukazi omulimu gwe yagukola. Wagambye njagala.
Era yatandika okulwana ne mbabazi yatandika omulwanyisa. President amwandikire balwa namugamba, why do you harass my wife? Have the letter. First lady ya letter stamp nga jeje Israeli. nga bagikuba ku nte tosobola gibba era bikativaako ne batandika omulwanyisa. Although these stupid legislators from Karamoja bwe bapendulamuzi era bwe baamukola luli tasulayo takola ki being used like they could be used now tebaafuna. Kakati ekyo nkitegeera ti what if the Karamajongo the problem is grass nga gwe balwanira Museveni n'abawa amabaati. 2 who will be transforming the lives of the Karamajongo nga okolera kibiina kyo okolera president wo obotya amabaati intended for Karamoja. Because why does Museveni allocate
you love the NRM,
yes.
You love your president. President
ati obibotya to popularize your party. And can you do it? Tikisoboka. These are saboteurs who must be handled mercilessly. And they kankubulire kankusomera.
But it's also clear signal tukoye.
Mirundi.
Omwana. Yuyo obwayo yanga tayogedde.
I agree with you.
Tukoye.
Nabagambye. If you get a political science to analyze Museveni's government, is composed of people are humiliated. He recycles people. Nebategera nti luli alyango byeta ina kyampadde bwatyo bwasasula. Kati abali mu government bategedde nagenda. Nti omusajja nagenda. Pako kuandika. In 1985, there was a crisis in Buganda. Muwagaga wambi government basemogere bonna bagenda. Nga kabaka asigadde bamutumira delegations. Lwaki obeera mu abo abanyankole lwaki okola ki? Abaganda government bagikutte. It was in Nagenda who went to Kategaya and said, I can turn the tables. Nagenda n'alambuza kabaka. N'alaga abantu nti Museveni ali ne kabaka. Era Salimu Saliya yakubula okungana e Masaka mu liberated areas. Kabaka wa muwuyi baleme balimba. Badisibe bamuyina. Nagenda nakibayambamu. Nagenda
neno muzingo
1996 nagenda yakubase mwogeri nagenda bamuzise ngamba
wati bantulisiza balo bantulisiza balo za nusu bitali bantulisiza yo balo ne pulati yafunye emizinga ya balo.
If I was handling public relations, the president Museveni would invite yali bakyalidde abaana bannagenda kuba kyatukoze bubi nnyo. Nagenda ye musajja eyaleeta obuwanga mu mawulire. Baabo bazze nagenda yakuba gundi. Nagenda ate ye sente yazika abatalinga bano abazibba ne basirya bokkabo ne badduka bakuteeka kakiiko mbwejjo kabeereko ng'embwa nga bali
buli omukono mulwadde kakkana tovano nodda mu ddwaliro olwa fatigue.
Kakati nze nkubuulira nti ekyo kituufu. Why do you believe that premier teams, soccer teams, surrender a player immediately nga alaze ntakyabeetaaga? Did you see Manu kilinging to Ronaldo?
No.
Yekwatira mu penalty. Bagamba agende. If a woman comes back and ali omuyisa bubi, Paul ategeera nti yali angobye sina nyumba wakakubba bubbi. This is what they have done to Museveni. The people he has recycled but the kubba. Baba tegera tasasula. Bwabata kasita omufunako omukisa noddayo mubbe omumalewo. This is what they do.
That's what you think.
Yes. And he does not have a party structure. Museveni doesn't have a party structure.
No.
Gundi yagamba.
Byokubiyogera nga sibitegedde. Has a party structure. The NRM is the most widespread party with structures everywhere.
You can sign a memorandum of understanding if your party is threatened by lack of two-thirds majority. But if you have more than two-thirds majority,
why do you
bother? A person who has exposed you, their party stinks. It is an excess budget.
Baba TV, big story. Joseph Tamale, Mirundi.
I told you,
just a short break.
This man is practicing
back after the break.
Political masturbation.
We'll
start
from that.
Political
masturbation.
Yes.
What do you mean?
And why? Because I'm telling you that this man disowned the party in the public. He's going to introduce a woman and rejects you, and you find her on the street practicing prostitution and you buy. And the two, are we doing our way with independentism, what would a political party do? What would it do? Sit down and analyze why you were defeated. Instead of signing a memorandum of understanding where you are in danger, but I don't know what he did. That's why I always say political science must be mandatory. When Museveni came to power, he lacked money power. He borrowed the money power from the Democratic Party, but he created a new word, which these people didn't know. On the surface, it would appear it was a coalition government, but Museveni did not want to negotiate with the people. Had worked in UNRF. Ngamazo kutegera coalitions zikora. Yaleta broad-based. They came as individuals. He never negotiated with the Democratic Party. And the coalition government is negotiated, and if one of your members is found wanting, Museveni sacked them one by one until 9 years when someone get looked back, correct a joke and left alone. Never moved. Yajabago. Some get it, very experienced. Kakati today, if NRM does not have this problem of a two-thirds majority in the parliament, why does it look for signing agreements? And how do you leave your party? A party candidate gwali badoberako. What do say ulese ekugana go peperana naye uli aliwa? Are you surrendering this constituency?
Politics is about numbers.
Yes.
They wanted to have Owabo NRM already, but also to have this one.
Because you are not in danger. This is what a democratic Keruto has said. I will not accept opposition people. You do your role to check government. And I said in one of my books, The Rules and the Principles of Succession, that a president must be able to remain in the politics. He refused to retire from politics, because retiring means you don't make any political comment. What has Uhuru done? Uhuru has also refused to retire from politics. He can defend his enemies, because Uhuru is a rich man, and Moi was a rich man. Kenya yagana gundi retirement benefits. Political benefits means it told them kuogera. Kakati njagala nkubuli ekisembayo impunity. Nti bazze bakola ebintu bino. Tewali bakola. Why? They have been having banyampi. I say a munyampi is a person who takes the responsibility of what he has not done. Is a munyampi. The banyampi were many in Baganda. Abaganda bagwamu. They are no longer munyampi.
Omomo ali mu government.
Kutu ali abanyampi. Era nawandika akatabo wayi Baganda wheelbarrow pushers bebakubirwa ku bizimbe.
Abatukozesa wheelbarrow pushers kisinga kiri.
Kakati njagala osoma
akatabo. So when sent Abaganda bagwa.
Njagala osoma akatabo kano. Olabe report ya Igigi eyo nga sinna kubuulya yakikola.
Soma wa.
Utandikira.
Igigi found MD innocent.
Yes.
In the view of the findings, the Inspectorate of Government recommends that Executive Director REA should, among others, submit the Deputy Executive Director of REA, Engineer Godfrey Kauka Werike, then Manager Project Development and Management, to REA Board for appropriate disciplinary action for the following reasons. 1. Disregarding the advice of MS Power Networks Limited to rectify the anomaly of missing terms of reference, supervise the construction works on the Ibanda Kabujogera Kamwenge power line up to the expiry of the defects liability period. Number 2, authorization of change of the supply of the transformers for the construction of the Masindi Wakibulisa power line under unclear circumstances. Number 3, failure to enforce the inspection and factory tests on wooden poles, air brake switches, load brake switches and transformers during the construction of the Kitugumu Palabek and Kitugumu Padibe Lokung power networks, despite REA's payment for the tests. Number 2, submit Engineer Henry Aine Shungisa to REA Board for disciplinary action for authorizing change of the supplier of transformers during the construction of the Masindi Wakibulisa power line under unclear circumstances. And number 3, submit Engineer John Aboft reagenda to Royal Board for appropriate disciplinary action for the following reasons. Lackadaisicity in the performance of his duties as project engineer during the construction of the Ibanda Kabujogera Kamwenge power line, when he allowed the contractor to erect poles on the network without subjecting them to factory acceptance tests. I read more. Failure to independent validate certificates issued for works done during the construction of the Ibanda Kabujogera Kamwenge power line, which resulted in two payment of UGX 5.170 million shillings for a second load break switch, which could not be installed. Number 3, failure to enforce the inspection and testing of wooden poles, load break switch and air brake switch, and for sanction the payment of Uganda shillings 48 million for a metering unit that was not supplied during the construction of the Kitugum-Palabek power line. Number 4, instruct Engineer John Aboft reagenda to refund a total of 48 million, being the value of the metering unit which is sanctioned for payment but was not supplied, installed along the Kitugum-Padibe, Lokung and Kitugum-Palabek and Lida Palaloi power lines. The money should be deposited on the Inspector of Government Assets Recovery account, number this one, in Bank of Uganda within a period of 90 days from the date of this letter. Submit the following contractors to PPDA for suspension and blacklisting: MSK International Limited and MS Power Networks Limited for non-performance of their respective contracts during the construction of the Masindi Wakibulisa power line. MS Multi Consults Limited for flouting the consultants agreements as follows.
What do you do? Let me tell you. Do you know who was the minister in charge when this report was submitted?
No.
Was Kitutu. This is what we are talking about. Kitutu. This was rare $400 million secured from World Bank by Museveni for the purpose of expanding electricity to 804.
Kitutu is a PhD holder, very respectable lady.
Museveni directed at one time, Zegambi Mbirina, Chubula Batiagun, Tamujas Quataco, never an erega, tia, Balibabiti, Nitamutis Quata. The most damaged there too, Tamuquataco Gundis Anges. The year President directed, are these people who stole my man idiot, still breathing Uganda in the air? Akuyagano Bakwata. I talked to these people in the Security House. Those who were implicated. If they want us to take us to court, they must identify a judge for us. Charge us with the compensation. Si criminal, balemerawo. Kitutu, nagoba omwana engineer Gundi, engineer Rutwama, ne MD, gwe bayikizanyulating. Exonerating of Kitutu. Ate omwana yajje wange nengusala bidano. Kitutu ajja kubba n'obuleega kuwaya. Ajja kubba n'amaleewa. Yasiba omwana ku bwereere ng'akozesa side director.
Kitutu.
Yes.
Are you sure you know Kitutu?
Yes.
You are talking about.
This is rare.
This is
someone. I have documented. I knew to one day
the inspectors of government received the complaint. Let me
How can you control brain a man?
So water forgivable.
Let me give you another saying. A violent marriage must be beneficial to the family. Allow your daughter or sister to be violated by an abusive woman if you benefit as a family. Tizo kamunyeza fetu zivoga abako. Fetu li mu supermarket zikiriza. But a violent and abusive man who does not help you as a family, like a job. If a job, you don't benefit from a job, lwaki mukkirize baleeta risks? Lwaki bakuba ennyumba yo nga tewali gwe tolina n'omusumaali tebakukuwaayo?
Ekyensanyusiza leero nti omanyi nti gavumenti eno bw'ekyuka ennyumba yo tewona. Mwe mugikoledde gwewalinga ku leediyo ovuma abalala,
avuma abantu, alimeseza Museveni, but my mother when she survived, Museveni bundled me out of state house like a chicken thief.
Now you regret what you did. You regret
Nabidam. I'm one of the people. Do you know that I changed overnight? I realized I'm now one of the most followed up people in Uganda because of objectivity. Nakitegeera okujoga ne badduka ne bakukanyuga ng'embwa bangoba mu state house ng'embwa
mbikujjukiza ku radio bakuza lwaki ovuma abantu
ne balyoka bakwata
endimba ya mukama wange
ne bakwata obwabukedde negonde tukakubakako. It's mad ate jangu ninja, but you don't know what is burning. The magam is burning in my mind. Mpita mu meeting n'abo ntulike teriyo reconciliation ku nsi eriruddawo. Even Jesus put a crop back, baleke ibyo bakola tebabimanyi. You kill my daughter, you poison me 5 times, you hire thugs to kill me, you batter my son, but you hit a meeting. Even God cannot call us in a meeting. Kwana mpuza ajiduka mbudusi omulala bwayita mwasanga asinzinga meeting. Omulala bwatuyita yasanga wasinzinga fena twagenze dda. Nga fena twagenze dda.
Bagamba Abaganda nze enimba ya mukama wange.
No, you see, you don't know. It's only because these people humiliate you. But the role of a lady of the president is to consolidate his power.
And you consolidated?
Katikaba.
Kwa you consolidated. That's the point you wanted.
Anti balina factions. Mulimu abajogera ddala ennyo abakwambulamu empale. Nti I'm advisor, but my programs are being switched here and then. The two don't add up.
Because you are giving false advice.
No, it's not add up. Tekiriyo. Bagala chikozesa wano nabakigiri. Muvandi advisor mumpite mu meeting.
A presidential advisor on media.
Tujeteganiremu.
Bamuganyo
kwogera ku lady. Then that is not true. That's not true.
I like you people.
You cannot accuse your wife of stealing meat. You accuse your wife of stealing meat. Anajifumbya atya.
Mu presidential advisor on media. Bamuganyo kwogera ku lady.
Aliko mutu kubanga is hiding a skeleton is. I hate you more than hate you. I hate you people more than I hate you.
Mirundi.
I hate you more than hate yourself.
You helped to consolidate Museveni's power. Reap the dividend. Governor, that's what you wanted. Yes.
Wasoma katabu ka Shakespeare.
Akaluwa.
Shakespeare, Julius Caesar. Basanga omulambo gwa Brutus nga yefumise ekitala as he promised. Ne bantu ne bagamba, let us honor this man with the honorable burial, because if we do not, nature might stand up and say, and that was a man. Whenever these people humiliate us, there are people who come in society and say, omwana yatuba yabakolera lwakuba tebasiima omwana oyo yabakolera. That's why we are surviving. People have a different way.
Wakola kwe kubanga ovudde mmengo
kabinja k'abajozi
Buganda yakukola ate wavuma
kano kabinja k'abajozi era nga bakubidde with the documentation.
You thought you belong to them.
Yeah, you don't regulate. But if these tapes are factual, we shall have a government that will investigate them. Balinzi mwiri bagwe mutwe. Ndamulikomo okujoga nga abantu nobani yako. Ngamujoga abantu. Tukuyomuye namuyo mujoga ate mukomye omudemu mujoga. Read is here.
Bikwatagala bitera.
So yino jikulaze.
The Inspectorate of Government received the complaint with allegations of massive corruption at REA with regard to the design, supply, construction, installation of electricity power lines in various regions of the country. That as a result, 29 power lines failed and or had faulty equipment causing power outages. From the 29 power lines, The Inspectorate of Government sampled and selected the 6 power lines that allegedly had the highest number of failures and of faulty equipment for investigation as shown below. Kitugum Palabek and Lila Apala Alloy. The reference is there. Kitugumu Padibe Lokung power line. The thing is also there. Ibanda Kabujogera Kamwenge power line. Ibanda Kazoru Shere power line. Kabalexoro power line. And Masindi Wakibulisa power line. They selected the 6 where there were issues.
Yes. So be comfortable.
Imagine this report is damaging.
This is a report by the instead of
so how dangerous you people can be. It's dangerous. The Inspectorate of Government, Kalisoliso wa government,
Muriagonja,
yafuna okwemulugunya
ye bamuwa mulimo nadduka
nti waliwo okubba ensimbi ekitongole ky'ebyamasanzi ekigabunyisa mu byalo
yagoba innocent people abatayina musango bya
ng'ekivaamu that abaalikola omulimu guno babba ensimbi ekyavaamu okuzimba waya z'amasannyalaze mu bitundu 29 ne bakizuula nti zino baakozesa byuma nga bifu era nga amasanze goononeka bwono
ate emiti ya
lines failed and faulty equipment causing power outages.
Ate ulira
Can people do dangerous things?
Kampuni y'akasajja akayindi akaali kabikoze kekuba kibwire kadduka ne kafuuka kadduka ne kakulosinga ne kaddukire Nairobi. Kati oyo ye Kitutu was promoted. Kitutu was promoted.
So kati atogamba oti anti Museveni tabiri Museveni omuntu amaze okukola bino ate n'omuntu wala mu ministry endala yazo demonstrate asobola n'omutwale wala
Museveni yalagidde director wa side aganye era nkubuli nti bakyafuna n'omusaala naye yagoba lutwama namu Kitutu
oyogedde ku nsonga katuddeyo ku ekyo
Kitutu ajja kubba n'amaleewa ojja kubba ne mukene mu katale wagoba omwana w'abannamu obwerere ate oyo omukazi Kitutu era yali alagidde gundi bakwate mbu omusajja atiisatiisa bbaawe twali tulowooza nti gundi yagirimu akira yefuula emirundi ebiri oli yeyagifiiramu akula yagiwonera ku luwuzi akula emotoka yagiwonera ku luwuzi era olwo baali bagoba oyo omuvuka lutwama najja ewange piikapu teyefuula nebatta they died in an accident abaali bamufollowing up nenga abalemesa kukola
nga yabasse yabatati
ayina gye yawa nebwe mulaba tukuba amasuuti amalungi mmwe tubalaga ebiri mu mugongo okubira abasajja abamanyi emyaka 10 nebwe bwe mulaba twambadde amasuuti waliwo asinga omusota okunyirira bwe mulaba twambadde amasuuti mutuyita nolaba akasajja bakakwereega ninga nakidde ku makya sikuwanika tebakusanga mu ggwanika gwe nga nakidde ku makya nga nnumye embaa zange bwenti Mutu takula tusirise, mutu takula tusirise. Mutu takula tusirise.
Mugongeri yoshi.
Nze they hired thugs to kill me ngambalaba. The evidence is there on the recordings. Ngambalaba bwenti. Mutungo kauntekira. Ngomusajja bamuyita Kalancho. Eraga nkubori
lwaki watwala mu kooti
wapi
yes lwaki oboyina buyino lwaki watwala mu kooti
ngandi kwenkola mu ebyo nange ninajo nalaga naye nabo bakubiddwa singa tekubadde kubawagira kese ebatutteko 5 ebatutteko nga millions of dollars 10 naye munnange yaguwoza omusango ezange yaziremerayo ampita ku mukolo naye mumutuyita baki nogenda nendowoza naye singa ngenda nentulika kubanga abasajja bano nga ebyo byonna bye bakola. We can lure this poor man into a discussion. Me, I was here before this government. I will be here when Ngamugenzi.
The difference is that
I did revolutionary politics.
You are a pauper. You became rich
after. Many revolutionary politics. Bekibanga sente za Museveni zonna z'abatumye okuwa abantu. Zonna muziridde. And we have a disorderly society. We have a disorderly army. We have basoma amawulire olabyeko wamajali mugundi gwe bawaddeko ku mabaati walabyeko pataktivist gwe bawadde ku mabaati ekitegeeza bano bali betaga kuba masasi mu lujjudde and Nabanja comes up and says nze sinza kwebba how do we access these iron sheets? This would be the criteria. Abamanyiko bonna
naye bagamba ono kitutu ye yagaba tebamanya bwe gajja Kasajja I never knew how the iron sheets got into
that's
my
stupidity. Let me tell you, one day Kasajja will find a catch of arms in his house.
A catch of
is it believable? What if you have a box of gold
bombs nizisange box ya bomb
nze wange
ngotuganza I found them here
bolije wange ewake wazana waliwo ennyumba z'abapangisa 10 zi self contained nazigalawo namanya bana abasajja bajja kuteeka fitina yabwe gye baninako bampadde obutwa nemi bakoze ziggalewo nez'abapangisa endala nenzigala. That's why they have created a poverty, acute poverty for me.
Lwaki ozigatayagala abantu bazipangisa
abajja kuleetamu ebintu era bankwata anti amawulire gabagaabwe
kati wagambye ayigigi toyina yuloidikeyalinga oyina amayumba g'abapangisa 10
sijja njagala ngobe deliberately to cut off the umbilical cord.
Why do you provoke that?
Ekintu kya nagenda kinkubye wala nnyo
kyo kyabadde kinene n'omuzinga ogumu bweguti
ne baluni za tenti za gundi za balamu ne zigenda obukyere bwabwe ne bugenda kati biro ejja kuba nnene nnyo biro ya nagenda obukyere bwabwe
wandiguze baluni
ewaffe nabbanja teyalivuddeyo nga mulamu byamayinja ne badduka amasasi ne gavuga
ebyo ngenda bitereeza. I can promise you nti nga as prime
minister let us look at the sensor motions. Many people rang me in the morning omanyi Museveni lwakola ekintu kyabeera ne purpose. Museveni is mission oriented and whatever he does is purposeful.
Besigye said that also.
Bwekibanga Museveni takolanga ku kintu kitali mission oriented.
Era yaga
Museveni takolanga ku kintu kitali na purpose.
Mission mwe bakola mbate mugiraba yabala ba
anti yakugamba Museveni yabagamba nti yayina vision. Bannayuganda tebategeera what a vision is. Vision is magezi, si intellectualism. Vision is not brilliance. Vision is an idea you have today that we use it as we materialize in a period not less than 20 years. Museveni about 20 years. When you say Museveni fought because of what had rigged the elections, which one came first? Museveni to go to Mozambique to learn how to handle guns, or to go to North Korea. Did the angel Gabriel inform him that you going to prepare yourself for guns? Elections like Chinana Baliba Geta Kuzibba.
So again, no by election. Well,
election 19 elections were rigged or not. Museveni would have found an excuse
to go for the bush.
Yes, Akugamba. UPM delayed me. Ati yaina mukwano gwe nga bamuyita Zubairi Bakari. Yanyumiza, I don't know whether it is true or not. Nanga nti Museveni yabaweereza abasajja Mozambique. Ne basafiringa Uganda yonna. Ne bazuula ekifo basobola okukolerwa obuyeekera. In 1978. Museveni had the bases in Mugundi.
Yeah, but that could be true. I mean, how did he select it well? And the Busonga of all areas. Busonga teyatusasula. Yarwanirayo nnyo.
Kakati muli ku lunaku lw'abakyala. Ate Mirundi omuwala gwe battanga Museveni yadduka e Bugisu.
Ani amujjukira wano?
Nga zze wano mu Commonwealth. Specifically assigned. Mugundi era singa babuulidde High Commissioner wa Gundi of Britain here. King Charles is the one. All the days was here.
Galina again.
Ya solo kwongera. Ya manyi oluzungu lwe.
Ya manyi embeera.
Yakulira Mugundi. Mweyo set up. Bamuzisenga Messi. You see if the rewarding system ya government ya Museveni is used by any university in anywhere, abagesi bagwa abasiru ne bayitamu.
Professor Elias Salye Makerere akutumidde amba akwagala naye nebuuzanga tonnagenda ku kino ekisembayo. Something bothers me. Nasanga omwami juzi bamuyita Bwire James abeereeyo Mbale yakolera pulezidenti ne bateesa n'okuteesa ayina n'amaloboozi ne recording kola ng'oni nja kusasula bwenti n'alagira ddala abantu abakola mu state bajjawo amaanyi nti pulezidenti
ate okitegeera anti nkubuulidde bagezi they protect Museveni from seeing people. Nze nabaga nti Museveni bwaliva mu buyinza
ate gwange nti njagala kulabo why do you protect ngoliaga kola mission
Museveni yaiza n'okuba essimu nti njagala Mirundi baga nti mutamiva atubuze ku switchboard. Yes bwe bamala okulya ssente zo bwe toliddayo balaba
ali wano gayi anoza njamule tumanya abantu wenye Rusi baga nti yala kuleta bwire James wano James bwire woli
teyetikako ssente Museveni yakola ekintu kimu ayitere yasuubiza ebintu ne batabibawa batabajjuza Nambole
nze njagala obbayita list wano
mukulembeza asinze okulimba era kati bakugamba
kituufu era bamuyita mulimba
bakuga nti ayina empapula bbiri ayina olwa yero ate obaza ampadde ssente bazigulambize ampadde printing press yadduka nanyini nsi yayina ebibye mulaba mukekemya ennaku zino mulibo olaba omuntu mumawulire aba ayina problems ye bamukekemya kati kampuni ze bazikutteko naye yagenda n'abuuza Kabusenga nti eno printing press iyo neyiika nnyo kalwebamba kano kalwebamba kalinga akakajjo kekawolo bakazi kubula naye n'abasajja bameketa nina obukazi bubiri bwendaba nabo buyina ababumeketa buyina be bubikka kalwebamba gwe oba tebagaba na ssente gwe hoteri wagijjawo takalyange buli tutte yabaga nti omusajja oyo yayambala tisaati ze NRM yazikola ki mumuwe ekyuma ekizikuba nadduka eriki Mirundi ze ndyukirya bo kale katulabe nze siri baddamu ndikola mu gavumenti mu mutali.
How does it work? Kubanga njala gamba ba
anti sente taziina Idi Amin yasuubiza ko muntu
n'atala kuandika lisi buli muntu president gwasuubiza ekino kifuna mpereza message jangu onda
ate bwe bazibba toliddayo mulaba bwe bazibba anti bureaucracy
omwana gwe ayita bwire
bureaucracy gwegenda buze principal secretary
tulikola wote
principal secretary oyo ekimubeezawo tayina mugaso
bamukozesa nnoki kubega wa Bobi Wine n'abatwalira
era nange ate bo basiba mayinti abasajja abo basiba
bazo bagenda musasula
waliwo ne yajja nange ate yasuza Bobi Wine Embale ye bamusasula nabaga nti Bobi Wine yamalina ennaku nnyo Embale nga bo tebamanyi nti gyali bamugamba ne bamulyamu ssente naye olumwazi bawa ne bazirya ono bigirwa n'atumemengerwako yafuna olukaaga ne mukazi we ekiwange sikukuba enyondo
bigirwa
bejji waffe ne batusesemera muzeeyi yatuwaayo olukaaga nafuna mmeka
bigirwa ki
mulinyangako ewange ne mbakubirayo enyondo bijja ne bituwa ebyajjagalirako fe yatuwaayo olukaaga yatugamba billion ne batuwaayo olukaaga mukalulu safu ne yateekyo yateekawo akakiiko kenkatuuleko nfuuke mpaka siwe
naye bw'aba yakusuubiza akawumbi ne bakuwako olukaaga
ate ogyewanga ataafuna ate abo babbalamu bagenda nabo kasita mugenda n'omuntu ewa Museveni agamba muzeeyi tujja oyo balamu oyo okujjako ng'olimu amukubye ennyondo omutwe be babikola abo bakusasira bakaba ssente bazifuna kasita babana kubba
balamu abaleetedde ssente Mirundi balamu abayambe nnyo okufuna ssente era Museveni azikusuubiza n'ezikulema balamu azireeta
kuki nze nange nga mpita mu balamu then mba sikyali advisor ndi mukazi ayita mu mwana nsfera amazzi ebyo byabujozi humiliation tebalamu azigirayo ssente no I cannot eat food in the toilet. A person in Kasare can accept the money from Sale. We were together in the bush. Mukubanyondo mutwe.
Ngayo ngala sente.
Mutayimbwa mutwe. Ate yajiwonera. Yagala kuntundayo.
Kati byoyagala bizibu. Nze bwe bali ali sente sibuuzani ali. Bala mwakulete sente zote ate zizeeyo.
Kambo mukazi nti tugende kuleetera olwenga mujjawo yali kugulidde.
The big story. Ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi ekyo mujja kima nemba ddala gwe yali mu state house mwakireka president yalagira Mirundi president yalagira
ati n'ebikoli bwe gye bakomya anti nkugambye tebamanyi nti gavumenti evwa nga bwolaba bano bakitutu bwe babba n'abali mu state house bwe babba bo tebamanyi
president kastamp appointment yange omuswaziza we agiremera mutomera butomezi
emirundi emingi mu state house most of those people are low educated tebasoma.
But
this is a problem with Museveni again. State House must be managed by highly educated people about some political science, about together the impact of a presidential decision.
Loyalism in a way.
mumaje muri royalism tekapo fuminze bulungi
gafa bufi
yes royalism ndio abasajja bali bonna batanga abantu balinyanga ko masindi police uniform babo gamete ba police bali che bakola.
But I think loyalty is important.
No, waliwo ebifo bitakiteekebwa mu loyalism nga byetaaga bugumu. Ndi kayola w'abakazi mulimu abakazi abeekubira akaji kaabwe.
Njagala tumalirize conundrum ya Prime Minister. Can Parliament sense aba minister as a way of...
Let me tell you, when you analyze the censor motions, I divide them into three. When NRM had just come to power, yali sayagala kufaanana na bibiina birala. The morals was high, corruption crusade. Wabalaba kuba mukyala njuba nga tebasanira nviiri.
Nabalaba.
Yes, nga pate yaabwe tebeerawo. Naye ndabaga nti omuntu yali tamanyi kulya nnyama. Oba muwa eddagala ly'ennyama alya n'amaliba. N'ebigere by'ente abikolokota. Omuntu yali tamanyi kuti ngono magezi ayagala okusuula gavumenti naye waakubiri. Local government yesuula gavumenti. Tayagala kujja land board tayagala kukola ki. Kuva mu biro nti bw'abeera yeye ateekawo emisolo. Ate bamala bane bamufungula omuntu aleese ekiteeso ekiremezaawo Museveni. Omusajja n'akulumba ambatoka mwana kuberewo n'odduka yakati ano kagendamu. Nebamanyiga. Bamala okujuga ne balyoka bakomyawo. Kati nze n'enkomawo banjozesa ne mu ttooyi. Ne mbaddemu abo abaana ne ttooyi banjozesaamu. Bategeerera nti ono akomye tobaddamu. Toddamu kwogera nabo, toddamu kutuula nabo. Bategeere nti you have life beyond government. Ejoogo lyabwe libaggwemu. Kakati nkugamba
nti ezo life kubanga oyomba buyombi. Singali osirise mu mirembe nyonga toyomba. Lumira life after government.
Lwaki abasiraamu baazina buli lunaku? Kujjukiza bano abajooze ensi bategeere kuba buli lunaku ensi egende bategeere bajja kudduka. Kakati nkubulira ne gamba ti censor motions ezaasooka zaali moralistic. Musajja asooka okulizayininga mu gavumenti ya Museveni bamuyitanga Kyemangani Masaba. Yali minisita wa agriculture livestock. Ne bagenda ew'omugagga omu nga baagala omugulako farm n'abadonating rent. Evaluation committee n'azoogera. Banne ne bazeegana ye ne bamugoba. Was forced to resign. Another man was Ajiani. Ajiani yali abatekodoza mu gavumenti ya Amin. Aba agenda entebe nga president amuyise n'asanga omusajja alemedde wa taxi alemedde mu luguudo n'avaamu n'amukuba. It was captured by the media. Was forced to resign. Netufuna omulala kapiteeni Butime yakuba omusajja gwe yasanga nga bafayira agitwala mu biro gitunda n'amukuba empi. Was captured by the media. Museveni n'amugamba nti gwe tolekulira. Gwe wakubye abadde yali wrong. Otafiire n'asonga emmundu munaalongo kuteesa. He was forced to resign. Those were moralistic. Netufuna another phase of
censor
motions. Eya kuteesa
6th parliament.
Eya Luchikayire eya
Kivejjinja
ya fuel tiyabba amafuta. Abo baali balwanira ennyumba za leerwe. Era yali etutte n'ekintu musoka yamutwala. Kivejjinja yali akozeyo liters mmeka. Abo baali gundi baali balwana. Baali balwanisa tumusiime. Nebo baba musinga.
I remember Enos tumusiime.
Yes. Kakati I tell you nti
so that was the second phase of censor motions.
Nakugamba ezo zaali engineered by Winnie Byanyima. Was paving a way for husband. I'm telling you.
Yabagamba okwo.
Eya mukwezi nkubuulidde. Mukwezi andikuteesa put up a spirited fight. Mukwezi yagenda ewa second speaker. Ne chief petitioner Kigundu najjayo petition. But do you know what happened to Kigundu? Kigundu died. He was involved in a fatal accident staked in Irwera. Ekikutegeeza nti gundi yali amaanyi. And when I tell you
n'afanga mulema
mukwezi Winnie byamala omukuba Winnie yategekera mukwezi embaga ne bali konsayiringa kati yali gundi era ono nkuteekawo mu katabo kange. By the time government realized Winnie political motive, a lot of damage had been done. She had established a strong political network for Dr. Kizza Besigye. It was part of this plan that the Rukungiri group was created. It was amazing that Winnie, whose marriage to Besigye was resented by the Rukungiri politicians, became their darling overnight. A rumor had been circulated to the effect that Dr. Besigye was going to face a court martial, demoted to captain and be sent to Congo where UPDF had been deployed. Major General Muhwezi, who had been earlier censored by Parliament under Byanjima's influence, saw some political gains from Dr. Besigye's travels. It was widely believed that Bayombo was influencing the president's mind on Besigye in order to counter Mayombo. Another lawyer, Muhwezi, stepped in. In fact, the Rukungiri group were perplexed by Muhwezi's involvement. Kakati nkugamba, it was Muhwezi who saved Besigye.
It's actually the Muhwezi group that saved Besigye.
It was Muhwezi who convinced the president to retire Besigye. The president and the Rukungiri group agreed as follows: that Dr. Besigye apologizes for his conduct, be retired from the army, organize a party in Rukungiri to welcome him into civilian life, and thank the president for pardoning him. The president was requested to preside over the party. However, he was to participate in the entire soccer match with the President Paulo Kagame. Haji Moses Chigongo was assigned to represent the president at the Rukungiri function. As Chigongo was preparing to go, information emerged that Besigye was going to use the party to declare his candidature for the president. Chigongo was on his way to Rukungiri. He drove back to Kampala. Winnie had outsmarted the government, and by declaring his candidature, Besigye was elevated from a retired military UPDF colonel who had to abide by the military rules to an opposition leader who had to be treated differently. Besigye's status since then changed. Wili byanyuma ya kuchikola yakuba Luchikayire gomanye kyakubya Luchikayire yali privatization. Yes. Ero mwera go bayitani mugiso omugamba
privatization unit.
Yes. Luchikayire was betrayed. Bali batunda gundi nga privatizing Seraton nga ajagala Kalimu Hiriji. Kalimu Hiriji yali abadde miliyoni ya $. Yali nene nno nga bamwaswaliza amazino kola kifly over ekigattaki. Nagenda ne Pike ne bagenda bagamba Museveni ndia onagenda creating a monopoly. The other interested people are Ethiopians. Era Ethiopians baba territory baba tibadisi na gundi. Museveni nagamba, why do you quarrel with Mairo 1 when there is Mairo 2? Oba Kalimu Hiriji ina sente azimbe walala. Kino nakibawo bano. Kakati kifly over kiri Kalimu Hiriji n'abaga nti ez'omuyindi tezirirwa bwerere muzikomyewo. Kakati mbuli Kikayire agendewo omuntu amugamba tyowayo watwala kaaga $, mitwala n'amuga nti ezaffe ez'abamagye zisulawo. So he had to sell his property. Naye nga ye Winnie ekyamumukubya ye Winnie nze natula. If there is a person, and I'm not surprised, Honorable Kuteesa, the professor, gundi bonna bagamba omusajja mumuwe sente ze a Canadian investor yazimuwe yazireeta yasala wazimuwe ne Museveni nasala wamuwe kati sente ze ziri luddawa. The Museveni is blocking it with Muhoozi zikalenga nkitinga bano naba hitinga ndi mwavu. My family has suffered enough. Bana zimpanka di gundi oyo Luchikayire yeche ekyamukubya tiwini byanyima yali amaze okutegeera Kuteesa ekyamukubya yali tayagala wili byanyima yali tayagala mwala wa Kuteesa kufumbirwani Muhoozi yali agala kutta party. Era he used to sit with, if there is a person who knows that Mirundi is intelligent, is Kuteesa. Namuga ngenda bakuba. I'm going to fight these people embaga ejja kubeerayo. So Winnie ezo zitegedde kandi tufuna resignation ez'okubiri. Sayida Bumba ne Sensa Motions ne Kiddu Makubuya abo baba sensalinga lw'abasajja balaba ne gundi ne Byandala ow'oluguudo lw'e Katose. Report ekwata ku luguudo lw'e Katose eri wano Byandala tabbanga ku 11. I have the report here. I was documenting omulenzi oyo ali kwatibwa bali kwata ababbi bano kuba baali baagala to form Kenyan families, ruling families. You know, paka bankwatako
Byandala we yalagawa
kakati kankubuulize nenda kuwa kakati ezo Sayida Bumba ne Kiddu Makubuya ne Byandala baba kuba Museveni bamulage temulwero temuli muntu and they did it. Museveni mulwero ina mwana
Naduli
ate yete bamukuba
yasigaza Naduli naye mukube
ate Naduli yageze amaze okukolima omwana we bamuse Atteze mu gavumenti okola omuzimu tegukuta ogw'omwana we nzo wange gwe batanyiza ogenda mu gavumenti
Naduli yaze mu gavumenti
advisor naye nga zinayita omwana omugenzi tayogerera kwa gundi naye ayikodi kubanga baali bamukoze akazannyo nti ye yakwata gundi ono kankaka ne baddira gundi yange ne bagigulyako zino recordings ye bamuwa sente to avoid me kangati nefuuka TV naye nga eri mu mirundi ofiiso mutabani wa Naduli n'agitandika ogivumira kaani Museveni kyapiyaringa nti nze nkola ki naye nina baalayizi banga nti we want to arrest you but we want to find out did Museveni tell you okola oti ate gwe oyinza ate okumuvuma why do you nembagamba bayigitunda dda era ndengamba kankaka nti gamba gundi oyo bagenda kumukwata I told the man nemugamba gwe abakuba kitawo mu gavumenti omanyi bavama okukuba bakomyawo ekyogulyo eryonge nagana tujja kubagana paka mamba
ati kyandibadde kyanawe wandize mu gavumenti nemukimalira
nedda
efe ku sensa motion es eyokusaka tugende kwesemba munakikenyezisembeyo
tekyasoboka. All of these area motions, sensa motions were driven by forces. Even Kadaga was not in charge. Kadaga was riding a tiger or was riding on a hippo's back at Yaditaman. This is no zirabi. Even if it was the current speaker among his Nozari Badeu. Katizino Zakola, they are popularizing parliament without which a driving force. Okitekedde. Ntizino ezize tizina driving force. Chobola zasindika zikoma mu kkubo. Ne Museveni yakitegeera kuba nabagamba nti the Muhoozi Commission, Independent Commission yabuliza byonna ebimanyi kati bwopapa binakwatirayo nti look what Namuganza yali alaga mu America nga ekitongole kye waliwo ekitongole ky'omu America ekyagala okuteeka ssente mu National Housing Corporation for okuzimba amayumba ne bamusensalinga. By the time bali onaaveewo bateekewo omulalo owaabwe nga kitutu wabeera atali waabwe tali ya ssente kyobola nagaite mu gavumenti ya Museveni mulimu ba volunteers ne bawakazi be balina ssente ba volunteers wote bana.
You belong to which category?
Atteze mwendi bakugamba nti babuuza gundi nti yali ayambala nti omugezi nze kati ndi mugenzi mu gavumenti kakati ekyo kitegeera nti tu bw'okwata kitutu wa paati yaabwe tajja genda
kitutu.
Yes, okujja nga Museveni abakuba in normal circumstances whenever there was controversies in the parliament the matter would be handed over to Saidi Akolo owaabwe. Have they suggested to hand over this matter to Saidi? He's not there as magambo mukambwe era buli lwabanga omuntu gwe batawandiseko obuwulire bwabwe obwo otegeera si waabwe nono mwana wa revenue authority si waabwe.
But can Magambo do this job? Magambo nakanti investigate the prime minister. You were Magambo tandikira.
Museveni yamulagidde.
Yes.
Gwe appointment okuva ku private. Okyalaba mu Madasi. Nabaganti the biggest appointment Museveni has ever made in recent times. Appointment of Magambo. Do you see crimes Madasi what? It was a clue. Nobody else. They were hiding in Akulu.
So, what do you mean sensa motion tezikyasoboka
kati?
Era Namuganza teyaliwo.
Teriwo.
Namuganza wa sensa.
Museveni azimanyi.
Ba musensa li.
Ati kakati parliament, kakati gundi speaker is weakening. Bw'obanga onoogoba omukozi ewaka ng'oli house gala omugoba waka bw'alemerawo gw'ofuluma. Yes.
Ate house gala alemerawo.
Anti alemeddewo.
Ati.
Anti alemeddewo.
Kati kizu kiri ku Museveni parliament yamugamba goba Namuganza asirise tamugoba akola mirimu yetolwa juzi yali agaba kati omuntu omusensa ligagaba tebya.
But you are talking about parliament the way you talk. Do you know that your son can be sacked? If a man like me, I can stay unemployed for 10 years. What about my son who has a master's degree in the law? Even mugobe you. But that you cannot intimidate me. Nakugamba nti gwe speak oyo abadde mukwano gwange nnyo but the problem you do nega nti nabanja nagenda ne wa mukikwate ko tokikwatamu misigenda nawe. There are two things in politics which you must protect jealously in politics. Public trust is like virginity. You lose it once.
Public trust.
Whether to a rapist or to a future husband, God does not restore it to you. Credibility and the age. But these days, age is not important. To emyaka echinana mwena ababaite ne bani abaze mu buyinza. Truly, age was important.
So, credibility and public trust,
yes,
are like virginity.
Virginity.
You lose them once.
Abantu abali bawagira gundi balagawa. Abali bawagira sebagala. One statement kuyingire nale.